It's a good point because I never know what to say. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another reaction stream. It is another week here live on the Twitch channel. Glad you joined me. If you're live, if you're watching this at a later time, shout out to the VOD squad on the Todd Reacts YouTube channel where it all began. It is still odd that I'm not releasing the individual videos anymore. I'm just kind of, coagulating them into one big video, but it is what it is. I think everybody is getting on board with it, which is super cool. It's been a lot of fun. It's been interesting. I've literally never done this before, so it's just one of those things where I'm just trying it out, see if it works. I think time-wise and efficiency, it's probably for the best. So we're going to keep it for at least the foreseeable future. What's going on, Megan? What's going on, Willow? How's it going? I hope everyone is having a wonderful morning, night, as we were saying earlier before stream started. Whatever time it is, I hope it's great. Happy Monday. And if it's past Monday already, well, hope you have a great start to Tuesday. You already got a head start, okay? But my name is Todd. Did I say that? My name is Todd. Hey, welcome. If this is your first stream, welcome to the channel. Go ahead and follow the Twitch channel or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Doesn't mean anything monetarily, but it's kind of a nice little, thumbs up to the channel, and also it helps you find the videos a little easier than relying on the algorithm. So, we've got amazing 5 videos today, starting with Critical Role, then a ZeeNuNew compilation, TikTok compilation, and then a My Stand-In. I've never seen the show. That'll be very interesting. And then we have Young Royals, and the finish the day out, Bridgerton. This is a stacked stream. This is a very stacked stream. It should be very interesting. I hope you enjoy it. Of course, timestamps for all the videos will be down in the YouTube description. So if you want to jump around, you can. They'll be available. Yeah, I did sound surprised. It was one of those things where I'm like, did I introduce myself? I keep forgetting to do that. I just assume everybody's, been watching for forever, and, we've been popping off the chats and Discord as always. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I had to mute some of the notifications of the Discord because it was honestly zapping my battery, but it's pretty awesome. I do check it quite a lot. Just to kind of check in, but appreciate it, Bad Gal. And also just earlier, do it. Ga, I'm just gonna say Ga. Thanks for the follow as well. I appreciate it. ZeeNuNew is muted for sure. Oh yeah, without a doubt. That was the first one I did. And I did sign into Twitter, so thanks for the shout out. And we're signed into Twitter, so we should be able to see all those X posts related to ZeeNuNew. What am I doing? It's Monday. If you'd like to request your own videos, head on over to toddreacts.com. You can join the series or the season tiers. Those are the requesting tiers. And if you just want to watch the long form content, you can certainly do so. Just join the episode tier. And then the preview tier is just kind of a, hat tip. Thanks for the content kind of tier. A tip jar, if you will. And while you're there, might as well check out the summer collection of merch, which is available until, well, I think it's October 1st is when we'll switch over to the winter. So it's available for, as you see the timer at the top of the website there, 84 days, 3 hours, 56 minutes, and 42 seconds. Lots of new items for the summer. Check them out. I'm obviously wearing the polo right now. Ta-da. It's fantastic. It's soft. It comes in a lot of sizes too. A lot of colors. I think one of them was sold out, and now it's back. Or out of stock, and now it's back. Which is good. Check out the accessories. This is the insulated tumbler. I drink out of it pretty much every stream because I love it, and it's fantastic. This is the water bottle. I actually take this to work. You usually don't see it because I usually keep it with my work stuff. And I also take this to work. This is the travel mug. This is from right there. I take it to work because I can put coffee in it and stuff like that and then close the lid and it doesn't leak, which is fantastic. Go ahead and check out that as well. If you're watching on YouTube, might as well subscribe. It's free. It's easy. It's super easy, actually. They give you a nice little subscription. What do you even call that? A tab? They give you a subscription tab, and you can see all your subscriptions. So you can subscribe to all your favorite creators. It is a free process. It's headache-free. It's fantastic. Also, check out the Todd Reacts Plays YouTube channel. If you want to watch the gaming streams live on Twitch, you can do so, but they're also live on Todd Reacts Plays YouTube channel. So if you're more of a YouTube person, you can hang out there. Closing in on 30 subscribers. Awesome, awesome stuff. Just did a little over 3 hours over the weekend on Hogwarts Legacy. As you can see, I already have the stream planned for Friday. There it is. Friday. And it'll adjust the time to when it starts based on your time zone, so you don't have to guess or anything like that or do the mental math. So looking forward to that. It has been an interesting game, I will say that. Very interesting. Super fun to kind of be in that world and also have the use of magic. It's great going to the Universal Studios park and enjoying and walking amongst Hogsmeade and whatnot, getting some butterbeer, but it's kind of missing that element of, I just want a wand and I just want to, wave it around and something happens. I know they do have the Bluetooth thing. Like they have Bluetooth wands, which are crazy expensive. That'll actually do things amongst Hogsmeade and whatnot and do some interesting stuff. But it's lacking that. It's lacking the real magic. So the game has been fantastic. Also, shout out to Slayer Kitty. Appreciate all the work you did on my stand-in. The information today is going to be read from Slayer Kitty. Also, happy birthday. And let's get ready to go here. Over the weekend? Oh, yeah. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Let's not skip that part. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Not have, but had a wonderful weekend. I went bowling, and I finally, oh my gosh, I crossed the 100 mark. Last time I went, I did not, and it was very sad. But I was very happy I crossed the 100 mark. I feel like if I can do that, I'm at least doing something right. But it's difficult, and I will say my hand was really torn up the next day. If you're not like an avid bowler, I don't know, pick like a lighter ball or something like that. Maybe I need to do that. But yeah, my hand was just jacked up the day after. I was like, wow, okay. I'm a little out of practice, I suppose. But let's go ahead and jump into that first video of the day. And it is Critical Role. The cast reacts to Imodna? I'm assuming it's one of those. Let's go ahead and pull that up.
My face is kind of awkwardly
if you were wondering why stream took so long, it's because I was trying to record one of the videos. Needed closed captioning.
No.
So that took a little extra time.
All right.
And just in case it can understand me, I will use
Imogen and Modna to ship name. Oh,
and I'll yell down.
Gotcha.
Kind of, reminds me of when we found Shadana's place.
A bit, yeah.
Looking through, as you begin to grow closer and closer to the central region of the city on the northern side, you keep an eye on some of the people that pass by. You see some other figures that are also wearing kind of outward intense armor that are both made for
Of psychic damage.
Very nice.
I did find the
Nice.
contest.
And moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one of the three.
You got it. Okay.
On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage, so it would have taken 7 points.
7 points.
The other guy.
And your hair falls.
Solidarity.
Okay.
Actually, make it
get up to her.
Yes, yeah.
The one back there who, the one with the two hand axes, who was like kind of the aggressive leader who was yelling.
The person next to me was the one trying to take my hammer, right?
Correct.
I'm going to spend a point for hyper rage.
Okay.
Which will do all sorts of interesting things. First thing is I'm going to take a attack against.
Love how they're having their own conversation.
Which is, and I'm not gonna use reckless because I.
Laudna. Pleasure. You notice her hands are like really unnaturally cold. Like these are, yeah.
The pleasure is
a little clammy too.
Hey, cold hands, warm heart. The pleasure is all mine.
It's not that warm.
And then as soon as we get here, you know, Dusk shows up and all of a sudden, like, I'm hurting and Laudna's just living it up with this new person, smiling and laughing like she doesn't even care that we had a fight. So, sorry, that was loud in your head and I apologize.
It's cool, it's cool.
And now I'm bald, but that's fine. I like it and stuff. So, yeah, I guess I'm a little distraught, or...
On that, I mean, you know, we figured out the blue thing. I'm sure we'll figure out the head thing. You have really fabulous cheekbones, so you're selling it. But I'm sure we'll fix it.
Yeah. I mean, fuzz is... It's already... there was no fuzz. And I'm like, we're not talking.
I don't know why, but I
I'm
read
scratching my head.
GMM is
Or I'm just nodding across the table.
There was no fuzz right away, and there's already fuzz. So I think that's a good sign, because hair doesn't normally grow back that fast.
Back to the point.
Yeah.
I could definitely be wrong. I haven't known you that long, but I watch you and Laudna together, and you guys are so close. I feel like, I don't know. I think breathe through it. That dead lady's got a lot of love in her heart.
I know. She's got a really good heart.
Fern is in the front. I repeat, we have Fern.
She's in the front. She's in the front.
Laudna told you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
No, it's
as we're walking towards the front, hey, are you and
That cup is incredible.
the thing?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you and Laudna a thing?
A thing? Like, what do you mean?
Like, romantically entangled.
No?
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Good. Because I was, kind of getting some vibes and everything, and I,
Yeah. I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good talk.
So, Laudna,
Good talk.
I was wondering, Imogen, you and going somewhere. But thank you.
I should prostrate myself on the ground
No.
on top of a spiky rock.
I mean,
Let her step on me.
I'm not going to tell you not to do that because that would be kind of cool, but no. I think maybe we've got to figure out a rock-based apology, if that makes sense.
Because Imogen's is going to be the best. Let's be honest. She's the most capable.
She's really good at writing.
Try so hard.
Imogen, I was that supportive before.
You confided in me that y'all are maybe having a little bit of a tiff.
Mm-hmm. Did she?
She did. But she was very worried about it.
I mean, she gave me a pencil. I figured.
And a
tot holder.
A pot holder, yeah. A tot holder.
You say it like that.
She's trying. She might not know how, but I suggested to her that you and she might want to.
And of course, Imogen can always send a message to me since, we have like a bond and she can talk to me.
Oh.
If needed,
Sure.
Yeah, I could keep that connection up with you.
Right,
Yeah.
right. This is like our first really big
That man is in
fight,
a
you know?
full
There's been
tux.
times where she's like, oh, what if we like put up these drapes in this way? And I'm like, oh, it's, you know, whatever you want, I guess that's fine. Or she's like, oh, you should like put the cups upside down so they don't collect dust. And I'm like, well, but then the rims are touching the shelves and that's gross. And so there's been like little things, but not like this.
Well, well, I don't know every nuance, but she seems to care about you. And you're clearly care about her a lot.
And it's
I'm quite charismatic.
going to just be picking up some work on the side. We're not
That did
joining
feel
the gang.
personal.
We're picking up some work on the side.
What's
They're
going on,
not
Lou?
even listening.
Yeah, it's real. We're just
Fascinating.
Can we talk?
I just nod.
Asked, Imogen, because it seems like there was some sort of tension between you two, and I asked her, and she said there really wasn't anything between you two, so maybe. Like,
Hi. This has all been
I'm
I
sorry.
don't want to fight anymore.
I don't either.
I miss you so much.
I miss you so much. And I know that you didn't do that on purpose. Thank you for the pencil.
Oh,
I got you something too.
really?
And I'm gonna pull out the ring that I bought. It's 2 snakes and a ruby. And,
This is a lot better than a pencil.
I just it reminded me. I don't know why.
Nice ring. Who gave it to you?
None of your business, Imogen.
See? She gave you a rock. It's all good now.
Shut up.
I'm always right.
Oh my god.
to the hallway. Imogen,
I'm gonna stand off to the side as I watch them walk by and cast detect thoughts on Dusk.
On Dusk. Nothing.
No thoughts.
There's no mind to grasp. It's like your reach slips off.
Damn.
Because you're jealous.
Where you're just like, oh, this is no. Their friendship means a thing to me. All right, that's parasocial. Take a lap. Take a fucking lap. You gotta go get a cookie or something. Go get some LaCroix and try again.
I love that they do, I guess that's a little after show or something like that, where they kind of recap what happened or talk about their characters a little bit more. That's really interesting. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw out some much deserved love. That was a lovely compilation. I do have the context ready from Willow, as well as some information on the ship. They have an after show. Nice. Awesome. That would definitely help any sort of casual viewers or people that are just kind of new to it, for sure. I bring it up a lot, but I listened to a podcast after every Game of Thrones episode that kind of recapped it. And they had people that like read the books and studied the books, and it was just unbelievably in depth to the point where I almost got lost in them trying to explain it. But it was just fascinating to hear because it was just people that were super into it, which made me more into it, I guess. So for context, Imogen and Laudna are Laura's and Marisha's characters in Campaign 3. And before these episodes, where the clips come from, they were best friends and kind of leaning towards something romantically, but had an argument. This is just the aftermath of it. Interesting. Go ahead and bring this up. Laudna, quote, "You don't have to listen in to get my thoughts. You can just ask. Imogen, can I kiss you? I can't tell if it's all right or not anymore." Laudna, all right. Laudna is the femme/ship between Imogen and Laudna from the Critical Role fandom. A little bit of art over here. It is canon, and they are dating. All right, so here's the canon. Draw of Destiny. Imogen and Laudna are riding the cable cars, Imogen holding onto Laudna's arm. Laudna asks if Imogen is feeling okay, and Imogen says that she just never gets used to them. She comments that they should get better cables, and Laudna says that might in time. She asks if Imogen feels good about her essay, and Imogen says that she's not. Laudna says that she liked it, and Imogen just hopes that the Starpoint Conservatory will give them the time of day. Once off the cars, Laudna asks if Imogen is still adjusting to the heights, and Imogen says once they're off the cables, she sees how beautiful it is. That actually sounds very familiar. Oh my gosh. I did that. It was during a winter holiday, I don't know, exhibit or something like that. It was at the racetrack near me, and they have this high point that you can take an elevator up, and then you can literally just look over the entire track. It's super expensive if you want to go there for a race or whatever, but you're up there and it has just glass floor. So you're looking down at, like, I don't know, 400 feet, and you're just like, So I was up there, like, not moving and, like, barely moving, and then trying to get over it, you know, looking out, and then sometimes looking down to, like, see if I could push myself. But after I got down and, you know, enjoyed it a little bit, I just appreciated it so much more because it gave me a little bit, you know, more experience with heights. After the request is rejected, Imogen suggests that they should just become student and wonders how they do that. Laudna always assumed the conservatory was for rich people, and Imogen agrees. Imogen then opens up her mind, is bombarded with other people's thoughts. Laudna asks if she's okay, and Imogen insists that she's fine. Laudna says that they should get out of here as things get more crowded, and Imogen says that they need to stop for groceries. As they walk through the shops, arm in arm, Imogen complains about how they're never going to be able to find out anything and suggests just leaving the city. Laudna says that she had high hopes for the place, and Imogen says that they had done well there. Laudna agrees, especially that she expected to be run out by now. She then notices some kids who are slightly scared of her and decides to try and play with them, only for them to be thoroughly scared and run away. Oh my gosh. Imogen says that doesn't go over well, as she thinks it does, and Laudna says that she loves kids as she shows off her scary face. After agreeing to meet Lord Esteros with the group they met earlier, the two start to make it home. Laudna asks Imogen how she feels, and she says it's very overwhelming. She said it was interesting to see more people who do the same thing as them, and Laudna asks if Imogen got anything off of them. Imogen didn't hear anything in particular, but everyone seemed real nice. Laudna suggests that this might give them some recognition, and Imogen says that it might get them into the conservatory. Laudna says if it goes wrong, they always have the option to leave, and Imogen says that, at worst, they'll get some money out of it. Laudna says that she's grown to like their host, which Imogen agrees with. She hopes she doesn't mind a few cracked eggs. Laudna says they could just blame it on the broom. All right, I'm trying to find... Obviously, I'm not going to be reading all of this. I'm trying to find just a little bit more where they start to come together. Laudna's a gem, a scary undead gem, but a gem nonetheless. Some moments. Imogen becomes enraged over Esteros hurting Laudna. Imogen decides to hang back by Laudna. Laudna says that she and Imogen don't talk to many people. What they have is nice. Laudna says that she would support Imogen if she wanted to go to the university. That's nice. Laudna talks about how brilliant Imogen is. They only got together around episode 70-ish, I think. Okay. Imogen says that talking to Laudna always makes her feel warm and fuzzy. Boy, that's a good one. That's a good start. Imogen informs the owner how Laudna looks. Imogen informs Laudna of where they are and floor. Let's see. Laudna asks about Imogen's past crush. I'm assuming that's meant to be asked about Imogen's past crush. Laudna and Imogen help each other put on Pretty's gifts. Imogen assures Laudna that Pretty never found her clingy and that she's wonderful. Laudna and Imogen hold hands as they wait to see if they can get into the conservatory. Here's some quotes. Laudna, Imogen's my girlfriend now. Chetney, oh snap. Episode 69. I mean, that is just freaking... That is poetic, is it not? Oh my gosh. It's a different pitch. In my head, just like Laudna when I first met her, she was there, but it was musical, not painful. Laudna and Imogen were quickly shipped by many Critical Role fans, becoming the most popular ship early on in Campaign 3. Early speculation on the relationship had many questioning if they were together or just friends. Many love how much the two of them care for each other and show a lot of concern for each other. Many were excited when the two became canon, and despite how close they were, it was hard to determine if it was romantic or not. I actually like the fact that they might have thought about teasing that, because then that just adds to it, right? People keep discussing it, and it just creates more, discussion and whatnot. Many were excited when the two became canon. A lot of WLW fans also point out that the two really captured the lesbian experience by having the two be best friends who don't admit their feelings for each other and having their first kiss in a farmer's market. I mean, who doesn't feel romance when you're surrounded by that many vegetables, It is just a classic. All right, I think that's the information I have on that. So, Willow, if you have anything to add, go for it. I think that's all the information we have on those two. Yeah, I have to remember to switch over. So the ZeeNuNew, I had to sign into X, aka former Twitter, just to be able to see tweets and stuff like that, or posts, I guess they're called now. God, I'll forever get that wrong. It's difficult to find something that doesn't give a lot of context. Interesting. So yeah, I missed out on a lot of posts the last time we did a ZeeNuNew, but thankfully, I am signed in on Safari, and I will bring that up. So we will go through what we should have gone through last time about their trip. Damn it, Musk, indeed. The campaigns are so long. I'm assuming it would take very devoted fans to, just produce that much context and writing and whatnot, to the point where you must be spending so much time working on it. Because I'm assuming, these are all fan-driven. This isn't, journalists or paid contributors, probably. So literally somebody... Or probably multiple people wrote all this stuff, which is amazing. That's super cool. Let's go ahead and jump into the second video. Still waiting for when we do the meetup. I'm good with either place ZeeNuNew stayed at. Yeah, exactly. I forgot about that. We kept going, we kept looking at that resort and all the rooms and stuff like that. It was stunning. So good, but also very expensive. You're footing the bill, right? I don't know about that. I mean, if we do equal parts, it's going to be pretty cheap, honestly. What's going on, Jimmins? What's going on? Welcome, welcome. All right, let's hop into this ZeeNuNew TikTok compilation. What's the actual title of it? That might help. It is ZeeNuNew TikTok Edits Compilation Part 2. And then we have a ton of good information brought to you by Slayer Kitty, Rocco Kitty, Keisha, and Megan, all contributed. And kudos to Jace. Shout out to Jace for putting it all together. And Luke as well, who's in the chat, for putting some of the links together, especially for Bridgerton. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. Time to win the lottery. Indeed. It's always time to win. What's going on, Keisha? All I can say is find somebody who smiles at you like NuNew smiles at Zee. That's literally all you need. The outfit game is completely on point.
คำพูดคำจาอะไรเงี้ยพูดไปก็คนฟังก็หลงไปใช่หลงตั้งนานแล้วฮะ
นะบิวเก่งเขาเก่งกว่าอ่ะ
รู้สึกว่าทุกครั้งที่มองตาเฮียคือแบบเฮียจะมีอะไรสักอย่างอยู่ในตาที่เรามองรู้สึกเรามีความสุข
The smiling is just, it's so nice. It's so wild how such a simple gesture can mean so much, you know? It's not even the same color blue, but they're complementary. just, as we were saying there, wardrobe is just perfect. That's a great costume. The mask. That's funny. That's funny, Jace. Yeah, that was definitely pining for attention.
That's theแบบนี้มันเป็นสีหรอชอบไหมล่ะไอ้ก็ได้ถ้าหวังซื้อเปล่า
It's a pretty good sign when you're not standing next to each other and you just catch eyes or you look over at the person you're with. Just kind of get that confirmation, a little bit of support. Mm.
ว่าเกินจริงพอคัดแล้วมันก็คือกุ๊กกิ๊กกุ๊กกิ๊กกุ๊กกิ๊กกุ๊กกิ๊กไงยกตัวอย่างZeeNuNewสิเขาทำอะไรกันบ้างเวลาเราคัดไปแล้วใช่ไหมก็แบบคัดสมมติเขาจูบกันอยู่เขาจะจูบกันต่อไปเรื่อยๆจนกว่าเราจะบอกว่าหยุดครับป๊อปปี้คิว
Oops.
ZeeNuNew นั่งตรงไหนครับ
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I didn't
ต
hear
รงโน้
you.
นใช่ไหมตรงไหนเนี่ยไม่เห็นน้องเลยอ่ะไหนอ่ะไหนอ่ะฮัลโหลเขาโบกมือให้ลิซใช่ไหมเห็นแล้วขอบคุณมากเรียกกันว่าอะไรนะหนูนิวครับหนูแล้วเขาเรียกเราว่าอะไรเฮียครับอุ้ยคุณมันน่ารักอ่ะหนูกับเฮียครับแล้วถ้าเกิดหนูขอเรียกเฮียบ้างได้ปะหนูขอเรียกเฮียบ้างได้ไหมหนูขอเรียกเฮียบ้างได้ปะได้ไหมได้อะไรนะไม่ได้หรอไม่ได้หรอให้ที่ไหนแบบลิศอะไรนะ
น้องกูเปื่อยหมดแล้วไม่ใช่เป็นคนชอบยุ่งเรื่องชาวบ้าน
แต่ให้ดอกไม้กันตอนตัวแล้วครับผม
เดี๋ยวไปให้กันทีหลังใช่ไหม
ให้มาแล้วครับ
ให้มาแล้วด้วย
ใช่
โอเค
ให้กำลังใจหลังสเตจแล้วครับพี่ลิศยังไม่ไปจริง
แล้วเขาก็สุภาพจังเลยอย่าจับเนื้อต้องตัวเยอะครับเดี๋ยวนิวหึง
นิวไม่ถึงหรอกเนาะ
อะไรอ่ะ
That look at the camera
ฮะไม่มีอะไรนะน้องมันเป็นงานนะน้องนะโอเค
That was amazing. That was amazing. The look at the camera was just amazing.
About to catch another fight. About to make him wanna fight. This was the very first page, not where the storyline ends. My thoughts will echo your name until I see you again. These are the words I held back as I was
Wow, that sunset was beautiful.
I was enchanted to meet you. Please don't be in love with someone else. Please don't have somebody waiting on you. Please don't be in love with someone else. Please don't have somebody waiting on you.
พาร์ทเนอร์ของผมก็มีแค่คนเดียวครับใช่มีคนเดียวในชีวิตครับก็คือเฮียครับเฮียซีพฤกษ์พาณิชย์ครับนามสกุลด้วย
If I'm dreaming, baby, please don't wake me up. Every night I'm with you, I fall more in love. Now I'm laying by your side. Everything feels right. And since you came along, I'm thinking, baby, you.
โจ๊กอาม่าโจ๊กอาม่าโจ๊กอาม่าลอยล้อมที่คุณคิด
救命啊！他爆了00。
The editor of this compilation really put in their work for sure. Restream, come on now.
Devil try to get his leg back. Pull up, pew, spin back. Pull up, pew, spin back. I'm a magician and I call boy box. Changing my number and changing the locks.
หนูจริงแบบมีเหงื่อก็เซ็กซี่อยู่นะโอเคปะ
ฉันไม่ได้ตั้งใจเธอไม่ยึดหรอกฉันมันคนใจง่ายแค่ขอเธอมาก่อนเธอทำให้ฉันหลงเลยลืมทางออกแค่อยากจะบอกเธอทำหัวใจของผมละลายละลายมองเธอสักอีกกี่ครั้งก็ยังไม่รักมันเช่นเคยอยากชวนเธอเต้นระบำบำบะละลำบำบำเลยเจอชอบที่เต้นเลยชอบเธออย่างที่เธอ
Oh my gosh, it reminds me of that meme of Shaquille O'Neal when he's hiding behind the tree, but he's not hiding very well because the tree is so small. If you want to get a pop out of the audience, all you have to do is mention that. Anything related to a wedding or the relationship getting serious or more serious, it's going to get a pop out of the crowd for sure.
It's all good. Can't hear my head when I'm sat beside you. For lungs in her, gonna lips in her. But feel like, feel like, feel like.
I really need you, I really love you, and I'll never let you go. Yes, I know I'm never gonna change. I'm always gonna stay. You cover me right there, right there, right there, right
I don't know what to say or do. On again, off again, love you like oxygen. You don't know what I do for you.
and if it's right, I don't care how long it
Look like they're in school shirts. Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet.
I bring the pain like just that pink venom, just that pink venom, just that pink venom. Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em. Straight till you don't like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Straight till you don't like. Taste that pink venom, taste that pink venom, taste that pink venom. Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em. Straight till you don't like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Straight till you don't like. Black pen and aim, got bodies like Rambo. Rest in peace, please light up a candle. This the life of a vandal, messed up, and I'm still in saline. Decided crime, so it wouldn't be me. Diamond shining, driving silence, I don't mind it. I'm riding, flying private side by side with a pilot. Up in the sky and I'm wild and styling on him, and there's no chance. Cause we got bodies on bodies like just a slow dance.
Expect the unexpected.
เห็นเหมือนกันเลยครับคิดว่าเฮียแต่งไงก็ดูดีหมดแหละ
ไม่ใช่ ไอ้เหี้ยนะโอ้โอ้โอ้โอ้โอ้โอ้โอ้โอ้โอ้โอ้มีไหมแล้วมีไหมแล้วอุ้ยอุ้ยอุ้ยอุ้ย就是他们一对切腹就是
ที่มีเกมเยอะเว้ย
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That was some stretchy candy right there. They're trying to pop the balloon. The amount of moments they have, it's a lot.
I want you to know I love you the most. I'll always be there right by your side. 'Cause baby, you're always in my mind.
that is adorable.
แรงมากไม่ก็แบบหมายถึงว่ารอซีรีส์เอาอ๋อรู้กันแรงนะครับผมก็ฝากด้วยนี่เมียพูดเลยก็ฝากด้วยนี่เมียพูดเลย
That is true. That is true. What more could you want to be a fan of, you know, a pairing like that? Constant new content to talk about.
If you ever wanna fall in love, if you ever wanna bet on us, if you ever wanna be my one, I'll be waiting. If you ever want one more night, if you ever wanna make things right, if you ever wanna change your mind, I'll be waiting.
That bitch burnt as fuck. A lot of cheese to go around, bitch, I could turn you up. A lot of these little bitches cool, but they be weak as fuck. Time to sweep it up.
That was a massive tone change.
My way or the highway, my way or the highway, my way or the driveway, my way, I'm on, bitch, my way, my way, my way, my way. My way, my way, my way.
I just kept it to myself. I don't wanna know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low.
This definitely counts as a thirst trap. It's a fitting way to end it, honestly. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw it some much deserved love. That is the thirstiest of thirst traps indeed. Oh my gosh. Okay, I found another picture of ZeeNuNew over here. It's actually Z hiding behind NuNew. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal. Oh my gosh. It felt like a couple seconds. I think it was like 20 minutes. But yes, it can feel like a couple seconds. More dressed than the cutie pie bath scene I saw last week. Heyo. Wow, okay. All right. So there's depths to the thirst traps. We just kind of scratched the surface a little bit. But this is a beautifully put together Word doc. I believe I read all the blue, correct? I'm assuming so. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. Maybe I did. Wow. Purple text you've read before? Gotcha. When talking about a time when he was shyer and blushing more around Z, NuNew recalled traveling abroad together and sharing a hotel room for the first time. That would be a little nerve-wracking, for sure. That night, he wanted to take a shower, but was too shy to do so when Z in the room. You know what? That's adorable, and also, I completely understand it. Completely understand. Ultimately, he went out to the balcony for a while and then ended up falling asleep out there. Oh, gosh. Oh, I get it. I get it. In the morning, Z was confused as to why NuNew hadn't slept in the bed. I also understand that. NuNew, embarrassed, said he liked to shower before bed and gotten too shy to go shower, with Z there, presumably the being in the towel in the room afterwards around Z. Yeah, I'm assuming so. I mean, you know what was probably going through his head? Do I lock the door or do I not lock the door? And if I lock the door, does it, like, seem closed off? But if I leave the door unlocked, does that mean I'm too willing? I don't know. Those are probably some thoughts. But the problem was he also didn't want to share a bed with him unwashed. Z was already asleep by this point of NuNew's anxieties, so he, for some reason, decided sleeping on the balcony was a better idea. Oh my gosh, that's kind of funny. That is very funny. Crazy in Love comments started from NuNew. In February 2023, Z said that if he uses the word love too frequently to NuNew, NuNew teases him that he crazy in love. A wish for the future. How do you say that? If new and Hia can be like this forever, we'll keep knowing each other and keep on being like this until we grow old. It's new? Okay. Whew. I took a guess there. Thankfully, I got it. Z, keep on fighting together. I support you. I love you. I mean, what more do you want than that? A support, a partner that supports you, believes in you, fights for you, loves you, and then makes it known, reassurance, all that good stuff. I mean, I think that's what we all want. That's lovely. Yeah, a lot of talk of the future, which is a really good sign. Facts about ZeeNuNew. NuNew is fluent in English and Chinese. With an ear for languages, he's also performed music in Tagalog, Korean, Japanese, and Spanish. Before signing with DoMundi, I think it's DoMundi, he had planned to become a translator. Wow, that is impressive. I could not do that. Definitely took a few language courses over the years. Never really stuck, unfortunately. Correct again? Yes. I remember some of these things. It's coming back to me. The pair have appeared in 3 BL shows so far, all interconnected as the same characters. Cutie Pie, Cutie Pie 2, You and Naughty Babe. Oh, Cutie Pie to You and Naughty Babe. Gotcha. A short horror romance short film, After Sundown. Horror romance, that's interesting. They have just finished filming a non-BL zombie show, Zomviver. Boy, that's kind of hard to say. Last month, they released a pilot for The Next Prince and promo material. The pilot was to drum up interest and procure funding. BLs get a lot of their funding through sponsorship deals, as I have seen through my reaction through the series of Bad Buddy. A lot of the intro and whatnot is sponsorships. It's almost like NASCAR. If you're familiar with the US thing of NASCAR, there's just advertisements all over the vehicles and then all over the drivers as well. It's just branding all over everything. It's very funny. You ever watched a NASCAR race? It's literally just one big advertisement with fast cars. After Sundown is a full movie, actually, not a short film. Well, that's good to hear. Horror romance is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a horror romance film before. Kin Porsche, like constant random bread company talk. That's hilarious. Last month, they released a pilot for The Next Prince. Just read that. Moving on. Work has begun on The Next Prince, and it aims to be released at the end of the year. DoMundi has a music deal, or a music label, and both Z and NuNew are signed to it, although NuNew has released music so far, only NuNew. They had if they're so busy and like doing a bunch of things, it's got to be hard to just sit there and write music or like start to record it and whatnot. That probably takes a lot of time. And then you read some artists that are like, yeah, I just sat down for like a day and wrote 3 songs. It's just like, whoa, okay. Some songwriters are pretty prolific. They had a second photo book released this year. It's a series of photo shoots to give their loyal fans a glimpse into their life. The fans I've spoken to confirm that the photos are very intimate. I love how my mind just went completely crazy with that one. But I'm assuming it's very, private moments at home, etc., maybe on dates. Other actors such as Net, Jimmy, Nat, etc. Get out of the gutter. Hey, you know what? have been known to take photos when Z and NuNew are unaware, moments of holding hands, napping together, or an embrace. Presumably, ZeeNuNew don't mind too much since they allow them to be posted. The bathtub pics you saw in the TikToks were from Photobook 1. Gotcha. Appreciate the context there, Slayer Kitty. Net specifically has done this so much that fans joke that if ZeeNuNew is a ship, then he's certainly the ship's captain. Now that's funny. That's very funny. They must be filming a lot for the next Prince because only recently NuNew was doing a live stream and was struggling to stay awake and even dozed off to sleep. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and continue on from the other one just to bounce around here. All right, so I can actually pull these up, which is fantastic. All right, Twitter thread of all the posts and photos. Posts from ZeeNuNew's trip. I love how I can actually look at these now. Steamed sticky rice with banana filling. Interesting. I'm sure that is delicious. Obviously not a real plane on the left side there. That's not to scale. Wow, that definitely seems like a propeller plane. I've never actually ridden on one of those or flown on one of those. But I hear that they're A, very loud, and B, a little bumpy. That's what I've heard. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's in there, but that looks so fresh. It's probably some sort of juice, but it looks amazing. Seems like it has some carbonation to it. That water is stunning. Stunning. It looks like it would just hit the spot, doesn't it? Oh, wow. Yeah, that water is clear. You can see the bottom. Wow. Eating chocolate. Ooh, I love the natural wood on the walls there. Very nice. Again, this place was very expensive. We did look it up on stream for probably 15 to 20 minutes. We literally were just homing through it. On the helicopter ride. I should probably bring this sound down before I absolutely destroy people's ears. Oh yeah. Definitely seems a little louder because you're, number one, very close to the engine. It would be kind of cool to see the pilots doing their thing, though. It would be very cool to see the pilots doing their thing. Can't see it on stream. I don't know why it did that, but here it is. I look to my right and I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, that would be interesting, flying in one of those. I like how the pilot's seats look like just vehicle seats that you'd find in like a minivan or something. Got the little pockets back there. It's got the little armrests. Yeah, that is a stunning location, is it not? I'm sure they enjoyed the heck out of that. Private pool. Oh. That sounds so good. So when we do the meetup, and we all split the costs. I think that's it. Isn't it? think so. They've definitely been different since this trip. Interesting. It says show more. It says show probable spam. Does that mean there's more, or is it just spam? Not spam? Okay. Oh, gotcha. So it's probably just like, oh, it's spam. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, and the food looks amazing. Beautiful. I don't know what any of that is. I mean, it looks like a parfait, some sort of chocolate, maybe Nutella based cookie thing or something. I don't know. It just looks amazing. What do we need to do to be gifted a trip like this? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I am just flabbergasted at that. Be a beautiful ride in. Oh my gosh. A little rocky right there, but it's still beautiful. Got some palm trees. Just become a famous BL pair? Ah. Oh, okay, there's the beach. As we saw in ZeeNuNew's video. Oh my gosh. Like an episode of Survivor, if you've ever seen that show. Private beach? Please. Call me, whoever put this together. Oh, they put little information there. Sea condition, weather. Kind of nice. Oh, gosh. With the waterfall. I went full screen again. It's so hard not to. There we go. Just zoom in. How about I turn down that volume just a little bit? Oh, man. That is such a great looking waterfall, too. Oh, wow. Selfie. Nice. Selfie while taking a photograph. Selfieception. Picnic in the air. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I'm not going to lie. A little part of me would be freaking out a little bit. It looks like it's in a tree for sure. Yeah, you can see the tops of trees at the top there. Actually, what I should be doing right now is showing my mouse so I can actually point. There we go. Yeah, tops of trees. Oh, they had a little telescope thing. That's cool. Oh my gosh. Is that real? There's like no light pollution too. That makes sense. That does make sense. Observatory, yeah. Stunning. Oh, it's an edit? Okay. I was about to say, good grief. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. There's literally nothing right here. Unless that's like the lip of it. They couldn't see anything? What? There's no light pollution. How could they not see anything? Oh, that's disappointing. Maybe there's tons of clouds. All right, I think that was it. Maybe not. Are we all watching this? Oh my gosh. Are we all watching this like, boy, I could really go for a holiday / vacation right now? Wow.
ผอมอยู่แล้วทำไมต้องผอมอีก
ผอมแน่เลย
ถูกก็ได้สวยอะไม่ฟิลเตอร์จบ
Plenty of walking trails. That's very nice. Oh gosh. Yes. Let's see the food. Food looks good. Food looks fresh. I'm allergic to sunlight. I want to be there. I mean, I can't blame you. Looks like they got a little champagne. Some drinks. Gosh. That looks so nice. Yeah, they're way up there. That's cool. Z complimented ZeeNuNew as pretty there in that clip. And New replied, it was the filter. That's amazing. Yeah, that water is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, the sun's... Oh my gosh. Now that is romantic. Got the little Himalayan salt lamps. Sunset dinner. I actually had a dinner like that on a bay. Right at sunset. We arrived immediately at sunset. I was like, yes! Overlooking the city. It was the cityscape. It was stunning. It was really stunning. Had seafood. Seemed appropriate. Seemed very appropriate. Oh, wow. Hashtag no filter. Definitely some music. I love how... I love how this literally just became us going on this trip. Wow. Just stunning. All right. Probably look back at the private pool. Can't beat it. Got the little light in there at night. It's nice. Yeah, I would be changed after this trip, so I'm not surprised they are. Oh my gosh. How long were they there? Cold, wet, and good. 3 days, 2 nights. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not going to lie. I would get towards the end there and be like, how much is this? Can we extend it just a couple more days? We go ahead and take out a personal loan. Probably went diving. Snorkeling. Nice, nice. This is day 2. The Pearl of Asia. Wow. Strong words coming from the poster. Oh, gosh. Yeah, flights can be tricky. Oh, that's Z's words. Never mind. Wow. This would be one of those vacations where, or holidays, whatever you want to say. I guess it's pronounced differently wherever you are. But this would be one of those times where you just really struggle to leave. I had one of those moments where I was out on a lake, beautiful lake. The water is, I was up to my neck, could look down and see my feet. Like the water was just crystal clear. And I was just sitting there, or not sitting there, but standing there in the water and just, the sun was out, not a cloud in the sky, probably getting sunburnt as we speak. But it was just one of those moments. I had like a out of my head experience where I was just like, I'm going to really miss this. It was very odd. It was like a very reflective moment of, I'm going to take this in as long as I can because I'm going to think back to this when I'm, stuck in an office working a job. Just that little moment of zen, That pizza looks great. That's great. Oh my gosh. There's another angle of the food, I suppose. Nice. Got out on the water a little bit. Find someone you can be your dorkiest self with. Indeed. That is solid advice. I really enjoyed this trip. Yeah, I bet. Wow. A big sandcastle right there. Yeah, this is stunning. Eat, eat, eat. Food looks good. Obviously very fresh. You can understand fans were going crazy. The pair were posting this much. Yeah, absolutely. Good grief. This is a lot of content they were posting.
ระยะทางอาจจะโอ๊ยทำไมคนขับคนนี้ขับรถเหวี่ยงจังโอ๊ยมันมียังไงโอ๊ยมันมียังcorrect yeah got
All right, I think we got to the end of it. I don't see anything else. That's it? Okay. I was like, I don't know when the end is, honestly. All right, so day 1, according to what they shared, they went to a waterfall, as we saw, ate a picnic, sunset dinner, and a midnight swim. Saw all those. It looked like a great day 1, that's for sure. Day 2, kayaking kayaking, snorkeling, building sandcastles, another sunset dinner and stargazing. I mean, that is perfect. I think I read, I read about the marriage equality bill. Remember that. I don't know if I missed any of these links. Because I think I actually showed these. Yeah, pretty sure I did. Back at dinner. Did you look at the second link? The Discord one. Oh, gosh. Oh, do I have to just go in the Discord? If you get screenshots of it, I can pull that up. We can do that next time. I literally have multiple ZeeNuNew videos coming, so we can check in on that the next video. Do it for Thursday? All right. You have that to look forward to. And, by the way, if you're not in the Discord, go ahead and join. There is a ZeeNuNew thread, and it is popping off. Always. As you can see, right? Where is it? There it is. It's right here. Boom. There's a ZeeNuNew thread, and it is popping off. It's a lot of fun, says Rocco Kitty. Indeed. There's a lot to talk about, especially with that much content. Wow, that was a lot. I'm not surprised. I think I woke up that morning to like 20 notifications or something. There's MaxNat 2 now. Indeed, there's MaxNat. So if you're in that fandom, you want to talk about them, you know the place. Link to the Discord is everywhere. It's in the YouTube video description. It's on the YouTube channel itself. It's in the Twitch channel. It's on the website. All that good stuff. Haven't even scratched the surface. Indeed. Indeed. Let's go ahead and hop into the third video of the day. Third video of the day is from my stand-in, We've Got Love, and it's starring Joe and Ming. Let's go ahead and make sure I have that pulled up correctly. I do. Let's go. I warned you and Luke about what was happening to mute. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Let's do a synopsis first. Let's do the synopsis first. That way I'm not completely going in. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to switch it back. I'm all over the place right now. Okay. Let's make sure I'm going to delete that. Editing on the fly here, folks. Delete that. Switch it over to Safari. Boom. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Firefox. All right. Thanks for joining in, Rocco Kitty. All right, here is the little synopsis. My stand-in is about a man named Joe, who is a stand-in, aka stunt double. In the Thai entertainment industry, he has made his career as a stand-in for a super famous actor named Tong because they look identical from the back. And shout out to Slayer Kitty on this as well. Ming, a spoiled rich boy, who has been in an unrequited love with Tong for a few years, accidentally mistakes Joe for Tong and then realizes the identical back thing. Ming pursues Joe for this season because he can look at Joe from behind and imagine he's Tong. Oh my gosh, it's effed up. Yeah, I'd say so. Joe is head over heels for Ming, though, and their relationship falls apart when Ming drunkenly mistakes Joe for Tong and asks why Tong didn't pick him, etc. Tong ends up married to Ming's sister. Things get rough for Joe professionally and personally as a result of him trying to break up with Ming, and Joe ends up staking a sketchy stunt double job. Where something goes wrong, he falls off a cliff and dies. Oh my gosh. Except he doesn't die. Wow, okay. He wakes up in the body of another man. Oh, kind of like a Wonder Woman 1984 scenario. Also named Joe. That's kind of fitting. And ends up right back in the same circle of people because Joe 2.0, as we call him, also looks identical to both Tong and Joe 1.0 from the back. That's hilarious. So there are some scenes in the video that he's going to watch where Ming is asking someone, "Do I know you?" And the guy says, "No, you must be thinking of someone else." But it's actually Joe in his new body. You would never know that unless you watch the show. Thank you, Slayer Kitty, for the heads up on that. That is interesting. Yeah, I definitely got a Wonder Woman 1984 vibe off of that. See why you needed this? Indeed. Indeed. And I was just going to jump into that head first. Oh my gosh. All right, let's pull it up right now. Let me do this so I know when to timestamp. Little inside baseball there. Take it easy, Megan. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it, as always.
พี่รอหมิงเก็บของไปก่อนแล้วเดี๋ยวพี่ค่อยกลับอะไรนะเก็บของมาจากบ้านพี่เดือนละหมิงเราเคยเจอกันมาก่อนหรือเปล่าว่าคุณจำคนผิดแล้วครับ
That's that moment.
จะเป็นใครผมเป็นสดานินของพี่ตรงเขาอะครับจะพี่ตรงถ้าพี่คิดไม่ออกอะก็ไปบ้านพี่ก็ได้นี่ พี่ลืมผมไม่ได้ใช่ไหม
It's a bold claim.
เมย์โทรมาเขาปวดหัวนิดหน่อยก็เลยโทรมาถามเผื่อว่าพี่จะกลับเร็วได้แค่ไหนอะไรเงี้ยพี่ต้องกลับนะครับผมอิ่มแล้วมิงคิดว่าไงเมย์จะเซย์ไหมไม่ต้องห่วงหรอกครับเจเขารักพี่จะตายเดี๋ยวผมก็ดีใจมากแน่
Emotional damage.
ทำไมตรงถึงไม่เลือกผม
Oh gosh, there's that moment.
เมื่อคืนวันคริสต์มาสอะหมิงมากอดข้างหลังพี่แล้วก็เรียกพี่ว่าพี่ตรงไงอกหักมาใช่ปะเขาเพิ่งขอแต่งงานกันมานี่นี่มันเรื่องส่วนตัวผมพี่อย่าไปยุ่ง
I'm pretty sure he's involved there.
พี่สิทธิ์มาสั่งผมสั่งให้พี่กลับบ้านพี่ก็ต้องกลับผมบอกเลยนะชาตินี้พี่ก็หาแฟนดีกว่าผมไม่ได้หรอกถ้าเรื่องหมิงจะไปเสียเวลากับพี่ทำไมอะผมเคยบอกพี่แล้วไม่ใช่หรอว่าไม่ให้ไปยุ่งกับมันแต่เราอยู่บริษัทเดียวกันนะตรงไหน
Indeed.
เดี๋ยวซอนก็
เดี๋ยวมีคนเข้ามาเห็น
Had a red flag, I'd be waving
ไม่แม่ง
it.
เห็นไม่ดิ มันจะได้รู้ไงว่าพี่เป็นของผม หนังเรื่องใหม่ของพี่อะพี่ก็ได้เล่นคู่กับมันนี่มีหน้าล่ะเมื่อเช้ามันถึงเข้ามาเสือกแล้วเมื่อคืนที่พี่ไม่กลับบ้านอะพี่ไปนอนมันมาใช่ไหม
นี่มันจะบ้าไปกันใหญ่แล้วนะ
อย่าบอกนะว่านายไม่รู้อะว่าหมิงเป็นทายาทอัครโยธากรุ๊ปอันนี้พี่เตือนด้วยความหวังดีนะหยุดสิ่งที่ทำซะก่อนที่ที่บ้านเขาจะรู้
ขอให้พี่ยอมอยู่กับผม
ใช่สิ ขอแค่พี่ตรงนะได้บทกลับไปอ่ะแล้วก็ยอมทำทุกอย่างเลยใช่ปะ
พี่แม่งไม่เข้าใจอะไรเลยวะ
หนูปล่อยพี่ไปเถอะนะ
ไม่ ผมอยากอยู่กับพี่โจ
โอ้โห
เรามาเริ่มต้นกันใหม่นะ พี่กลับมาหาผม ผมสัญญานะว่าผมจะไม่ให้พี่เป็นตัวแทนใครอีกแล้ว เพราะว่า
ฮัลโหล
พี่โจ โจ โจ
หยุดนายไม่ได้รักพี่หรอก คนเดียวที่นายรักก็คือไอ้ตรง
Ding, ding, ding. That is the correct answer.
เพราะว่าผม
เพราะอะไร วันนั้นนายจะบอกอะไรพี่กันแน่
พี่ช่วยลืมทุกอย่างแล้วกลับไปเป็นเหมือนเดิมได้ไหมอะก่อนหน้านี้เราก็มีความสุขกันดีไม่ใช่หรอ
มีความสุขกันดีเหรอ ถ้าเกิดว่ามีความสุขกันดีหนึ่งจะคิดถึงคนอื่น ตอนที่เรามีอะไรกันทำไมอะ
Oh no. Oh god.
โจผมขอร้อง
Okay, that ended positively. That was a positive ending to me. I have no idea if that's how it ends, but that is a good ending or a fitting ending for Ming. Ow. Wow. Oh gosh. To find out that was going on would just be soul crushing. That was 4 episodes. So the question is, where does it go from there? Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw out some much deserved love. That was very well put together. Had a nice little story arc to it. Obviously it's only the first 4 episodes apparently. But 11 have aired. Okay. A lot of repetitive behaviors. Okay, well, yeah. I don't know how you would ever get over that. Like, that seems something that would just be huge red flag. You just bail at that point. Bail, bail, bail. Ming does change. Do you give that second chance? That's the question. Considering Joe was head over heels, and then you find out this person that you're head over heels for thinks that you were somebody else or wants you to be somebody else. Like, that's been wild. Joe's been struggling the whole show with that. I'm not surprised, honestly. Oh my gosh. I don't know how you would ever get over that. So I do this thing where I always check out some reviews, because why not? I wouldn't. He tried to cuff him and keep him captive on top of the tongue. Right. Because he's someone else again. So out of 2,000 users, it's got an 8.5. So people enjoy it. Now, obviously, you don't go fully by ratings, but it's just kind of nice to get a feeling for something. And certainly with reviews and whatnot, if you look at, what they're actually saying, like, let's look at great story, 1st to 5th episode. Main actors are new in my eyes. I'm just wonder to watch it. What? Had me until episode 4. What in reincarnation? MDL reviews tend to be harsh. Good to know. Good to know. Whom has such beautiful eyes? Plotline and Poom's acting skills make me stay. What's with the author's choice of the partner? Beautiful mistakes. None of the show is going like I expect it, and it's not a bad thing. Honestly, that's probably a good thing that you can't figure it out. Poom plays Joe. Girl in debt trope adopted to BL. Hope to see better redemption arc for Ming. Yeah, it does seem like Ming needs quite the redemption arc to come back from that drunken mistake. This is what we're looking for in 2024. Captivating my heart, especially after I saw episode 1. The acting's on point. Overall, the cast, acting, and plot is so good. It's compelling to watch, mostly because of Joe's actor. Does a good job of emoting and making you feel along with him. I would say I agree with that, just from the little we saw. There's a debt plot in the second half. Interesting. Plot is fine too. I can give credit where credit is due for the attempts to branch out from the university student storylines and storylines that are built entirely on miscommunication, but I hate Ming. Well, that's going to be hard to get past. No shade to his actor because he does a good job at playing him, but there's really only one villain in the series, and it's definitely Ming. Obviously, not exactly sure if this is posted after however many episodes, but I wouldn't call this story romantic. The best series ever. Whoa. Best series ever. So yeah, it seems like a good mix, you know? It doesn't seem like there's too many negatives or too many positives. So it's probably a pretty decent show. That's how I kind of think through these things. As long as it's not overly negative, where it's just negative, 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 it's probably pretty good. The story is based on a Chinese Danmei novel. Interesting. Opening credit music, me. Oh, this kind of sounds like Kin Porsche. Opening scenes. Wow, Kin Porsche episode 6 all over again. Looks up director and screenwriter. Oh, they did Kin Porsche. Makes sense. Oh, well, there you go. Episode 1 was a lot easier to understand than the trailer. So Ming only wants Joe from behind. That is... The entendre there is just inescapable, is it not? It's literal. Indeed. Really like it so far. The tension is insane between Joe and Ming. Joe seems like such a nice guy while Ming seems emotionally unavailable. Well, maybe available to Tong, of course. So good seeing Up again. He did a great job portraying Ming. I feel heartbreak incoming. Love the novel of Professional Body Double. The best of the 188 series that I've read so far. Great to see Up in a main role again. Rebirth, the Unique Substitute. If anyone wants to read the novel, it's there. Very good, interesting plot, chemistry, skin, all there. Editing can get a little intense sometimes. I'm assuming that means like fast-paced or something. Or just a lot of cuts. Casting makes sense. Joe does kind of look like Tong from behind, and the other Joe kind of looks like Ming. Overall, I'm excited to see where this goes. Took them 9 months to find these actors with identical frames from the back. Whoa. That is attention to detail. I'm halfway through finally, starting over 3 times, and I'm so into this. Like I haven't been into the show since Pit Babe. Hey, a fan of Pit Babe. Or The Sign. Giving me all the feels, and when Joe stepped foot on the elevator, I heard blood, sweat, and tears. Elevator alone and shot like a bullet all at once. Boom expressed so many damn emotions in that one scene, I felt them all. Lovely Rider was one of the very first BLs I ever watched, and I've been waiting for more Up ever since. Cannot wait. So many gifts. Very promising start. Up, boom, pat, you sexy SOB. This was everything. Was there kissing on the first episode? Indeed there was. We are being fed. Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm so down I'll be having mimosas with Satan. This post is unbelievable. Amazing. Ming's character in My Stand-In. I'm finishing up episode 2 of My Stand-In with Up, Boom. And one thing I've come to realize is that I really don't like the Ming's character. I'm not sure if they're framing the character as unlikable on purpose to give him a better redemption arc. Probably, right? After Joe's death and transfer into another Joe's body. But I honestly can just not stand him. I don't think he's a good partner to Joe, and he makes it so obvious that Joe is really just there to stand in for Tong, whose character I also don't like. Oh, well, there you go. But I'll save that for some other time. I just don't understand what Joe sees in him. If anybody has read the novel that's adopted from, please tell me if Ming's character gets any better. Because at this point, I dislike him so much, I just might drop the show. Ming is awful, but gets redemption. Well, that is good to hear, Slayer Kitty. This is who Ming is supposed to be at this point. He isn't meant to be the ideal boyfriend who is perfect for Joe without conflict. He is a man who is still in love with his best friend, who is using Joe as a stand-in because he can't have who he wants. This setup will be used to allow the characters to grow and evolve and to drive the narrative. If you only want to watch shows with perfect ideal characters without flaws, then this series may not be for you. I enjoy complex characters, though, that need to go on a journey to become better individuals and partners in the end. Second this, Ming is a flawed character and Joe is craving for someone to love and build a home with. The role of Ming is a role that I think is the hardest to find. This is from the director, by the way. I set the bar very high and high for this role. I've been watching this cast for more than half a year. Just the roles of Ming and Joe. I watched hundreds of people come to cast, so much so that the casting team was discouraged until the day I saw the casting tape of Up. I saw the Ming in Up and immediately tapped. Tears started to flow the more I saw our episode. Wow. This Ming chapter is definitely cursed, but please know that it means that I am the correct Ming. One day I will come to cover you, protect me yourself. Oh, last thing I will say is Up is I'm a person. Gentle heart will die, seeming hard. It's not completely closed from the outside. Anyway, the translation will not be very accurate, I can tell, but enough to see that she and the production crew, after seeing hundreds of people auditioning, that they came across Up and are so happy with him. The character he has to play is complicated. I'd say so. But after I have seen Lovely Rider, where Up played Gene, the writer, I can understand why they're happy with him being on board. Very good actor and delivers all kind of emotions. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you got to kind of put that together. If there's a character and it's one of the main characters and they're probably very difficult to, I don't know, put up with, and they're kind of terrible, you got to think that there's probably going to be a redemption arc there. Upset he would read the scripts and be... Is Ming okay? Does he need therapy? And the answer is yes, he really does. Indeed, Jace. Indeed. Yeah, that seems like a really good redemption arc. I like the fact that it's, Ming's complicated. Kind of adds a little intrigue to it, Now, just watching that edit and, not knowing a ton about it, certainly understood that Ming was kind of a jerk. But, obviously with the show, especially if that's just in the first 4 episodes, there's going to be quite the arc. Yeah, that was actually really well done, that edit. I enjoyed it. It seems like an interesting show. I like the redemption arc angle, and the fact that, Joe is just caught in this horrible, like, just emotional hell is probably the best way to put it. Just stuck in this emotional hell of thinking about that, and I'm sure that just replays in the mind over and over and over again. Because in vino veritas, in wine there is truth, and he ends up 8 back. Oh, really? Huh. Interesting. Well, there's a draw there, right? There's a draw there. Clearly something's meant to happen. Who knows where that story's going to end up, unless you've read the novel, obviously. But if you've already read the novel, just enjoy the show. But if you haven't, who knows? Could be any kind of ending. Actually, with that complicated of a character, you could go multiple directions with the ending of that. You could have it be horrific if you want. And then nobody's happy. But I don't know. Just, I think about that and I go, people are going to get really attached to these characters, but also it's kind of cool to subvert expectations. And, you're just assuming it's a fairy tale. They come together and Ming changes and everything is beautiful and, gumdrops and rainbows and all that good stuff. And then to completely go the opposite direction of like this horrific, like, I don't know what, like turn it into like the Netflix show You, or, Ming becomes like a stalker or something like that. Who knows? Just go wild with it. And then everybody's just totally confused. Would people rebel against the show? Probably. But that'd be kind of an interesting arc. That'd be a very interesting arc. Let's go ahead and jump into Ming takes out all the tongs or something. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. That could get really interesting. Let's jump into the next video. It is Wilhelm disrupting the order from the show Young Royals, Season 2. Make sure I got this ready to go. I think I do. All right, Slayer Kitty. Good luck with the cake.
Om kronprinsen går tillbaka nu på direkt så kanske jag inte utdelar några reprimander. Nej, jag tror faktiskt att vi stannar här. Kronprinsen.
Yes, enjoy the cake. Have a little for me, please. I would love some birthday cake right now.
Om ni insisterar så kan jag göra ett undantag.
Or maybe it's the fact that I just looked at so many photos of good food from ZeeNuNew.
Det är tradition. Kan du ställa frågan? Vilka tycker att vi ska sluta serva treorna och istället så får alla ta mat när de vill?
Det är prefekten som bestämmer. Begrips?
Gör som du vill. Perfekt. Varsågoda. Varmt välkomna. Sätt mig på högtalare. Sätt mig på högtalare, annars så...
Hell yeah, Wilhelm.
Hela svenska folket hör istället. Jag tänker inte hålla något fucking tal på det här jävla jubileet, okej? Och jag tänker fan inte vara kronprins längre heller. Jag tänker inte bli kung. Jag är seriös, på riktigt. Om ni inte lyssnar så... Jag kommer gå till pressen.
Drottningen har sökt er flera gånger.
Ni kan hälsa att jag inte har något mer att säga. Jag har nu noll respekt för dig. Tja. Har vi ett problem eller? Ja. Ja, vadå? Ni har ingen rätt att vara på vår våning och ni får absolut inte använda våra duschar. Jag går och duschar efter uppe. Men vad fan, August? Du, alltså... Om ni är missnöjda med honom får ni byta ut honom. Nej, varför inte då? Ja, för att han brinner för det. Du skulle få fler röster än honom. Ses. Vincent där inne är perfekt. Grattis! Vad fan var det här? De var trötta på honom. Kom
Wow. All right. This is a side of Wilhelm I didn't know existed.
Sen fortsätter vi den här diskussionen där.
Jag stannar. Bra om inte jag skriker. Vad är hotet? Vi är mitt ute i skogen.
Just nu är det du själv.
Oh, sorry, det är inte förhandlingsbart.
I don't know what the hell I just saw.
Kom nu, jag vet en annan väg. Var det som är att fuska? Ja, kom.
Indeed, Luke. Indeed.
Vad är det här för sinnessjuk jävla tradition? Jag kan inte vara den enda som tycker det. Vi behöver inte hålla på så här. Vi kan respektera varandras privatliv. Så ingen var på ditt rum igår? Det var jag i videon som läckte förra terminen.
Oh, that was the end. Season 2.
Den på mig och Simon. Det var ett ögonblick som jag inte ville dela med någon annan, så jag ljög om det. Men det var jag.
Hey. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw it some love. That was beautifully put together. Obviously, that look back... I don't know if he apologized directly to Simon in there, but that look back was basically acknowledging Simon and obviously apologizing in a non-verbal way. Wow. That's a side of Wilhelm I did not know existed. Pretty interesting. Final bit was so cute. Honestly, he ate his parents up most of the time. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I don't think I've seen that before, honestly, of him just going off on his parents and anyone involved, which is very interesting. That was actually kind of cool. Be able to throw that weight around at that school, you know, because everyone else is super prestigious and whatnot. But not all of them are crown prince, so you can kind of throw that around. That would be handy in a lot of situations. Let's go ahead and pull up some information here. Young Royals works because it's nothing like Love Victor or Heartstopper. Ooh, shots fired on that one. Young Royals defies expectations with mature and authentic themes. The series tackles monarchy versus love, class differences, and intersectionality. His smirks were so evil. Yeah. Yeah. The maturity of Young Royals lies in interconnected themes and a realistic portrayal of complex romance. Honestly, it does seem a little bit more adult, I guess, from the edits that I've seen of Heartstopper. Although there were some moments in those Heartstopper videos that were very, very serious. After 3 short seasons, Young Royals has finally come to an end. Swedish LGBTQ plus teen show came out after peers like Love Victor, itself a spinoff, and Generation had already debuted, and the premise about a royal prince at a boarding school made it look like an outlandish monarchist fantasy. Love Victor and Heartstopper are great, but you need different shows, not all the same. So I get what they're saying. Yeah, exactly. Got to have different feelings, you know? Different, obviously plots, of course, but different tones. And this seems to be like a very serious tone. The conflict between him and his family, the conflict between him and Simon, and the video, and obviously, you know, August as well. Teenage soap opera tropes like love triangles unfortunately befell the second season, but the final season made a triumphant comeback by zoning in on mature intersectional themes that Young Royals has always been about. What is it about? Unstable young Prince Wilhelm, who is second in line to the Swedish throne, is sent to a traditional boarding school after another public row. At first, he's not receptive to the new environment. I think we saw a little bit of that. But he soon falls in love with Latino scholarship student Simon. Tragedy strikes when Wilhelm's older brother dies in a car accident, suddenly promoted to heir apparent. To make things worse, the royal cousin and bully, August, talking about, secretly films and leaks a video of Wilhelm and Simon having fun time for the YouTube censors. Sparking public controversy, Wilhelm now faces the choice between protecting the throne by denying his relationship and embracing his true self in love. Season 3, I think most of what I've reacted to at this point is up to Season 2. Season 3 catches up to a point where Wilhelm has finally admitted his role in the scandal, the video scandal. He and Simon are out of the closet and free to love each other, but this presents a new set of challenges. Simon, in his new role as the Crown Prince's boyfriend, finds it difficult adapting to the many customs and limitations of public life. Yeah, absolutely. Don't you have to like eat differently, and you have to just accept the fact that there's going to be, you know, paparazzi and cameras, and you're going to be, you know, people are going to ask you questions and you got to respond correctly and all that good stuff. Probably have to look a certain way too. He also faces an avalanche of homophobia and abuse online, which he's advised to simply ignore. Third season of the show asks, can Wilhelm and Simon's passionate romance survive these challenges, which all stem from the characters' vastly different backgrounds. Right off the bat, Young Royals was more mature than its peers, usually often sanitized and happy-go-lucky, yet Young Royals clearly had no interest in that, centering 2 full seasons of the show around I'm gonna just avoid that, you can read it yourself, storyline. There's no censoring that. The third season surprisingly wraps up the storyline in one swift blow, a dark, realistic one that involves settlements, not justice, moves on to what it's really always been about. The finale makes it extremely clear that the series has always been about monarchy versus love, upper class versus working class, most importantly, which one Wilhelm will choose. There is no imagination of balance in Young Royals. Wilhelm and Simon, even when afforded the chance to finally be together, cannot develop their relationship healthily because they have not resolved or even tried to confront the class differences between them. Monarchy is merely a device representing the upper social strata that Wilhelm was born in, and class emerges as a recurring theme throughout the season. And of course, there's the elephant in the room, which is that Simon is Latino. The blue-blooded crown prince of Sweden dating a boy is scandalous enough. That he's an immigrant only makes things worse. Few of Young Royals' peers have even attempted to make their main romances interracial, and those shows largely take place in a liberal bubble where racial tensions seemingly do not exist. Simon's bullies call him names at school. It's not just that Simon is Latino, that Simon is gay, or that Simon is working class. It's the intersectional combination of these identities that define the abuse hurled towards Simon and the challenges between them. Wow. Tackles several conflicts at the same time. Let's see. In Heartstopper, for example, which we've reacted to Heartstopper a couple times, perhaps Young Royal's closest competitor, Nick and Charlie's main challenges are figuring out one's sexuality and coming out, which are obviously valid to explore. Young Royals isn't satisfied with pure coming out narratives, where media has been entrenched in that for the last 2 decades. On top of coming out publicly, there's the added pressure of class and race. Or take Love Victor, in which intersectionality is tackled but in a tokenistic way. Issues such as Benji's alcoholism are randomly flung around, and despite Victor and Benji being interracial as well, their biggest problem seems to be their differing experiences with fun times. The brilliance of Young Royals writing is that all of its storylines are intricately linked to one another, which is how things, especially queerness, work in the real world. True sign of the maturity has been planted throughout season 3. First, in episode 2, when 2 of Simon's friends join the school on a camping trip, Wilhelm compares a royal training course to the actual jobs that Simon's friends need to make a living, and the difference in privilege has never been so starkly obvious. Oh my gosh. Obviously, I'm not going to read all this. But yeah, I think the picture has been painted. It is a very mature themed show tackling lots of issues. 14 best young royal characters ranked. Let's see. August. Oh boy. August prides himself on being the it kid of Halerska, but really he's a self-obsessed pseudo-royal. After his attempts to take his cousin Wilhelm under his wing fail, he lashes out and ultimately ruins Wilhelm's life by leaking the video of him and Simon having some fun. Love Victor is a Disney Plus show that makes it different from the Netflix Young Royals. Plus, being made in Sweden affects the content. I'd say, yeah, absolutely. The fact that it's on Disney, yeah, that I'm sure they have some limits as to what they'll kind of attack. And Netflix is much more open. Not surprised he's last. No, definitely not. He only gets worse in season 2. The only thing August is king at is ruining people's lives. Okay? Way to go, August. In fact, we're going to change the name of the month because of August. Jan began appearing in season 2 as a trusted royal advisor to the queen and her family. Though he works for the royal family, he's more interested in protecting the royal court and the family's image than actually caring about the family. Well, that's not surprising. I'm assuming there's people like this all over the royals. This is proven when Jan refuses to let the Halerska choir sing the song Simon wrote because he thinks it'll paint Wilhelm in a bad light. He's also quick to get in good with August because he doesn't believe Wilhelm has what it takes to be the next king of Sweden. Oh my gosh. August is now Wilhelm. Well, we're coming up on Wilhelm. Sarah's an interesting character because she sits in the gray area. Not the best and not the worst, but rather somewhere in the middle. Spends most of the first season befriending Felice as she helps her take care of her horse, whom she loves. However, as the series progresses, Sarah finds herself in a sticky situation when she witnesses August leaking the tape of her brother and Wilhelm. Oh. Instead of turning him in, she instead blackmails him for her own advantage. Oh, no. Season 2 doubles down, being a good sister, and falls in love with August. She doesn't back Simon up when he needs her, and only admits to her mistakes when she's been caught red-handed. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. How do you pronounce this? Smyzen? I think. The best moms on TV and in real life are kind, caring, supportive. Unfortunately, none of these would describe Felice's mother. Smyzen, maybe. isn't the best because she's a good character, but rather because she makes for a great antagonist. You gotta have a great antagonist. Sometimes those characters that you love to hate are just perfect. More concerned with Felice being a carbon copy of her than letting her grow into her own person. Oof. Ooh. Queen Christina was extremely harsh in season 1. She ran a tight ship, especially when it came to her family. Convinced Wilhelm to deny his involvement in the video. Season 2, fans see a softer side of the Queen. She tells Wilhelm that she accepts him for who he is and promises that he can come out when he's 18. She also checks in on him regularly, not just for royal duties, encouraging him to see a therapist. Vincent, one of August's best friends at the boarding school, takes on a much more important role in season 2 after Wilhelm convinces the seniors to oust August as prefect. Vincent takes over. He's not easily manipulated and plans to run a tight ship. Ultimately, unfortunately, Vincent loses out on being a great character because he's obsessed with tradition to a fault. And he doesn't know how to read his classmates and forces Wilhelm into admitting things he would rather be kept secret. Alexander finds himself being the scapegoat in season 1 when Wilhelm pins a drug allegation on Alexander instead of Simon, who August wants to blame. Thus, he is momentarily expelled from the best boarding school in Sweden, but ends up reinstated in season 2. Alexander continues being a perfect character and an amazing friend until he learns that Wilhelm is the one who caused the expulsion. Armed with that information, it's easy for August to manipulate him into taking the blame for filming the tape if Simon goes to the police. Ayoub and Rosh are two separate characters. They are rarely seen apart, which makes them one of the greatest best friend duos in Young Royal. Two best friends who are also best friends with Simon. Originally annoyed that Simon left them for the fancy boarding school, they still hang out with him. Not only do they stay friends, but they're also insanely supportive. Hey, everybody needs supportive friends. And during controversy and stuff like that, that's when you find out if they're actually your friend or if they were just, keeping up for public appearances, or maybe they're just enjoy spending time around you for however much, however long you've been doing that. But if things start to get a little sticky, they just sneak out the back, or they publicly, go after you. Like, that is crazy. So, yeah. And you never know people's intentions, That's just a weird part of life that we got to try to deduce who's being honest, who's being serious, that kind of thing. And we'll never know until the moment, rears its head. Simon is the main love interest of Young Royals. Simon is definitely one of the best characters and a fan favorite. Simon has his flaws. He's also a supportive brother and friend. He's there for Wilhelm even when he doesn't have to be. But he also doesn't let his love blind him from ensuring his own happiness. Makes him one of the best teen boyfriends on TV. However, in season 2, things get a bit muddy. Begins to act out of jealousy instead of love. Uses Marcus as a pawn. Indeed. Prince Wilhelm is definitely the main character. Well, yeah, I think so. But that doesn't mean he's the best. He's a character that fans can't help but support and root for, though. Over the course of the first season, goes through a lot of changes. Rolling at the school, losing his brother, exploring his sexuality, and a flourishing relationship with Simon. Might not always make the right choices, but he does try to do what everyone thinks is best. Season 2 continues to make questionable choices by pettily going after August instead of turning him into the police, getting him ousted as the prefect. His feelings for Simon cause him to act rashly on occasions. He accidentally drags Felice into the crossfire with him. Yeah, seems like Wilhelm has a little bit of a hot temper. But obviously when it comes to August, well-deserved. Felice, on the surface, Felice may seem like just another wealthy boarding school student, but she turns out to be so much more than that. As the show progresses, she begins to open up, and everyone gets to see her true colors. One of the first people to befriend Sarah and helps her integrate with her own friends. That's great. She also fully supports Wilhelm and Simon, despite having had a crush on Wilhelm for years. Louise also learns to stand up for herself, which is just as important as being a good friend, indeed. Ends up having one of the best character arcs in season 2 when she continues to fight for what she wants instead of what everyone else wants for her. The opposite of August. Eric. Though his time in Young Royals is short, Prince Eric definitely made an impression on fans. And is certainly one of the best characters on the show. Unlike most royal older siblings, Eric doesn't think he's better than Wilhelm. In fact, Eric is so supportive that he's the one that takes him to boarding school on the first day to get him situated. He's also the only family member that regularly calls Wilhelm to check up on him. Linda not only wins Mother of the Year award among the various young royal moms, but she's one of the best characters on the show. At the end of the day, so sad Eric had to die. Yeah, that is brutal, considering the fact that it seems like he was Wilhelm's biggest supporter and the most down-to-earth. Probably would have been a good king. I don't know. Got that vibe. At the end of the day, Linda just wants what is best for Simon and Sarah. She manages to enroll them in the prestigious and expensive boarding school despite their less than ideal financial situation, because she knows it'll be good for them. Blindly supportive of Sarah and Simon. Season 2, she's fully on board with whatever Simon wants to do regarding the tape. Marcus is the newest face in Young Royals during Season 2. Though not a student at Halerska, he works at the adjacent stables on the shooting range. Quickly befriends Simon, and the two begin the on-again, off-again relationship. As Simon struggles with his feelings. Despite being used as a rebound, Marcus remains a good and honest character. Oh. How many posts did I read about people who absolutely hate Marcus? Absolutely hate Marcus. So this is surprising. This is rosier than what we heard before, indeed. Good and honest character. He only lashes out at Simon when he learns about Simon's cheating, but up until that point, he's extremely loyal and supportive. Marcus is a good friend, and the one who will always be there when things get bad. He's number one. Marcus. One of the most hated characters on pretty much every Reddit board I read is the number one what? Best. Number one best character. Welcome to Screen Rant. Indeed. I think we watched a different show. New conspiracy theory unlocked. Oh my gosh. What? I don't know what to say about that. Did anyone have Marcus as the best character? Anyone have Marcus as the best character? If you're watching this later, put it down in the comments. Marcus number one? An underdog story? Let's go ahead and jump. We all lost that betting pool, indeed. Let's go ahead and jump into the final video of the day. Bridgerton. Oh, okay. That's for Bridgerton. This is from Luke. So go ahead and check the video link in the description. There we go. And check out the channel as well. Bridgerton TikToks compilation while we wait for season 4. Go ahead and jump in.
Every rose does have its thorn after all. Does that mean I shall see you later on tonight?
Funny how distance is no match for memory, is it not?
It is you I cannot sacrifice. Though I must admit I am more of an emerald person myself.
I thought 4 brothers enough, but returning to 5 is quite nice.
Am I like him at all?
Can't believe Marcus remembered.
Am I to be the sister of a princess?
That's unbelievable.
you found a wife yet?
Oh, burn.
Where is your brother? He should be here by now.
Perhaps he's still waiting at the altar for Miss Edwina.
And you should be just as you are now, unmarried and untitled.
I love how that's such like a prestigious burn.
Oh, must you always be so you?
How else should I be? Married and silent.
That's awesome how they did that.
You really ought to take to the floor again. It's difficult to come off the wall once you're on it.
Gregory, would you stop tossing peas at me? Those peas are already there. You cannot tell me what to do. I'm older.
All these mic drop moments.
It is not a gift you have to ask. I would fancy anything blue or white.
Anyone here you've not yet rejected?
You're the artist. Do you see anyone remotely inspiring?
God, Your Majesty, you have had good luck with Bridgertons.
Anthony's got that dog in him.
I read a curious piece of news in Whistledown this morning.
Oh, what is it? Brother, you must tell them. You delay, so I shall. Colin is engaged to Penelope Featherington.
Hyacinth may be the most excited of us all.
Congratulations.
This bitch got me.
I don't know what that look was for, but that was a bit of a shock.
Bridgerton, take thee, Penelope Featherington, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold.
I, Penelope Featherington, take thee, Colin Bridgerton, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold.
Anthony was iconic. Yeah. That's amazing.
Living this double life all along.
I have been careful.
You have been foolish.
Colin, I can take care of myself.
Then what good am I to you?
Colin, I love you.
How fast are the seasons? Like, what's the time jump? What's up, Jenny? Welcome back, welcome back.
I knew something was wrong. Stupidly, I blamed myself, as if I was undeserving of your love. But you are the one I deserve not. I will never forgive you.
Oh, wow. They decided to keep that in, huh? It's probably a smart idea. Just watching a interview with Zac Efron talking about the Iron Claw and the end scene when he's crying with his kids. It was completely unplanned. Zac Efron just started crying and they left it in. Director's like, that was perfect.
Delight.
I will not be staying long, but since we are all speaking so freely,
That was not meant for your ears.
I am still speaking.
Thirst trap.
All of the things you have written about me and my family.
Thirst
I
trap
knew
number
something was
one.
wrong.
Excuse me.
Stupidly, I blamed myself as if I was undeserving of your love, but you are the one that is at fault. I will never forgive you.
We can now tell that solicitor your money came from my writing. You'll have no recourse. Time for us to do better. To my first, by the company of family. My whole is
All right.
a product of spring. A product
We got a
of
counter.
spring. Surely a flower of some kind.
Lilies. Forget-me-not. Lilacs. No. So much so that I can shout for all of Mayfair to hear!
You think our marriage is perfect?
Was it not?
Oh.
What am I? Chopped liver?
Yes, my whole is butter quibble.
Something none.
Yeah.
Earlobe.
No,
Earlobe.
no.
That's amazing. Better than Marcus. Oh my gosh. Are you talking about the best character in Young Royals? Marcus? Shout out to the Leos out there. Oh, that's kind of cool. Transition from season to season. Honestly, it's a good way to show off the wardrobe. I always watch these timepieces or time period. These period pieces. There we go. Good grief. Period piece shows. And I'm always just stunned by how many clothes and how many layers wore back then. It looks amazing, but I can't help but think of the summertime and go, ooh.
Believe me, the more I learn, the more I realize how little I know. It feels right now that the next thing I might learn may change me entirely.
I agree profoundly with everything you have said, as I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
There's one thing I do know. We should not let so long pass again between us before we meet on these swings to be entirely confused together.
Oh, that's sweet. It's a good scene. I like the vibe of it.
Would you be nauseated by the idea of marriage?
I wish to be married. Very much, in fact. I just hope my husband will not hide my piano stool from me.
I would not dream of it.
360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me. Running everywhere, I'm so Julia. When you're in the party, bumping that beat. 666 with the Princess Street.
Someone in this room has something to hide. And I shall not leave until they come forward and reveal themselves.
And he could not even provide that. But he gave me you girls. And my greatest wish has always been for you three to do better than I did.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's a great power. What a thing you have made for yourself.
Thank you.
If we survive this round, we must do better. And go. You're going to be the most beautiful bride.
She went from one of the worst characters to respected. It's a good arc. Clearly a Simon-like, you know, or a Marcus-like storyline. I'm assuming, because weddings are such a big aspect of this show, I'm assuming the weddings are just stunning. It seems like every season, obviously, is working up to that.
The same counting stars.
Oh, really?
I was not expecting to see you till later this afternoon.
She knows, Colin, you don't have to hide your eye.
Certainly we should not be having this discussion in front of Miss Bridgerton.
She knows
Feels like they would
And why do we all suddenly know
show
that we
the
know?
weddings, because
Chris
I'm
has
assuming,
discovered my
well,
secret.
probably be a lot of money. They would look stunning, for sure.
You were the truest friend I've ever known, Elle.
Daphne and Simons wasn't in front of anyone. Anthony's wedding to ZeeNuNew was canceled. Oh. I don't think it showed his and Kate's. It's too bad. Hopefully this starts like a trend.
The woman I marry shall be the Viscountess Bridgerton, the lady of this household responsible for launching my sisters and bearing my children. The woman I marry shall be the Viscountess Bridgerton, the lady of this household responsible for launching my sisters and bearing my children.
Oh, okay.
Weekend, I'm tired, I don't want to sleep, I want to have fun. It's time for a good time. Shot of tequila, beer on tap, sweet southern woman sit on my lap. G with an O, O with a D, T with an I, and a M and a E, and a good.
We meet on these swings to be
Oh,
entirely
okay.
confused together.
That's such a beautiful scene. Them on the swings. Shows them like kids again, you know? Gives you a really good sense that they had that.
Come down here and do me the honor.
Together.
There they all are now.
Provided you stay clear of my lucky minute, I think it's a fine idea.
How does a lady come to be with child? Eloise, what a question. I thought one needed to be married. Whatever are you talking about? Apparently it's not even a requirement. Eloise, that is more than enough. Daphne, please, you were playing so lovely.
Stir in that pot.
I take it the two of you? No?
Do not look at me.
Have you ever visited a farm?
No. Oh! I do hope the two of you are not encouraging improper topics of conversation.
Not at all, Mother.
In fact,
Right.
We were just heading off to take our sticks out.
Colin Bridgerton.
A round of fencing.
Brother, I know we are not supposed to mention it, but I thought it was quite a kindness that you did for Penelope the other week.
She waits for the maids to throw out last week's copy of whistle down. She knows she's not.
Well, I think Penelope is quite fortunate to have you as a friend.
She is, well, very good acquaintance of families, of course. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
No.
Season 4 got moved to start producing.
Our mother can't sit.
Interesting.
Gotten rather good.
Boy, that's going to be a long wait.
You
That's going to be such a long wait.
You love the pink.
Good grief.
I like the chocolate macarons, Benedict.
No, you can't have to. You've already had three this morning.
I kind of had that with Mad Men when they went into the writer's strike.
Why are you lying?
I think it was like a 2-year break between seasons or something.
There is no time like the
I
present.
think it was like 7 seasons over 10 years. I was like, whoa.
Can you simply not just divide them?
2 years between every season? Okay.
You must interrupt.
I do not believe they will hear me. What?
Excuse me. I have been taken ill of the plague, and you are all doomed by association.
3 banana macarons for the 1 chocolate.
Not a chance.
This is devious. That's very unreasonable. Why not? Gregory.
Very well. Family? Thank you. John has a small announcement to make on our behalf.
Very small, indeed. We are to marry.
Congratulations.
I like how they're just like, oh, they're serious. Okay.
That's my review.
Yes.
The last one for you.
You shall be the most beautiful bride. Well, equal to Daphne and Kate and Penelope.
I'm so pleased. You make a beautiful pair.
Thank you, Mama.
We must go to the Modisa Day for your dress.
Benedict ended up taking the last chocolate bar. Oh,
And
what?
I'm not certain I need to feel
that's
butterflies
smart.
or unexpected harmony per your metaphors.
It was a promise, not just of the sacred commitment that we were making to one another, but a sacred love.
Love shall have no place in my marriage.
You cannot mean that.
I seek an amiable partner with whom I may share a pleasant life, untouched by heartbreak and the ravages of grief.
I mean, sounds ideal. Siblings eating their words.
A new perspective, yes? Dancing? With whom?
Anthony.
Hyacinth? Come down here and do me the honor.
If she gets to dance, so do I.
feather.
Oh, that Colin eating his own words is brutal.
And all the young ladies look the same. Young ladies.
No time!
Mm. It happens. It definitely happens.
We're meant to be together. I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Anything we can do to help? Would you mind asking whoever is playing downstairs to quieten him down so I might hear?
I can try, but is that not in fact?
I must say, all those piano lessons in Bath have reaped their reward. You've gotten rather good.
That was splendid. Bravo. Sparkling.
Wow. Those are some those are some good compliments right there.
By the beauty of that giant feather, I cannot wait to wear one.
I mean, that almost counts as a thirst trap. Almost for Anthony. Like the
When he
zoom in and everything.
inserts
Close.
himself.
Inserts himself? Inserts himself where?
What on earth do you and Mr. Finch do?
We kiss, and then he makes an odd sound, and then he goes to change his breeches.
His breeches remain on.
Of course.
Why must I be punished over and over?
Oh my gosh. I'm dead. That's so funny. Mm.
They've got the highest so far, they've got 9.
There is no chance. No chance I'm pulling that off. None.
What was that? What number was that?
I didn't know it was counting.
That would have been. What's the high score?
We've gotten to 9.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Makeup. All 3 Featherington sisters ended up having babies at the end. Penelope had the boy, aka the new lord. Wow, okay. That's a power move. Oh my gosh. Excellent compilation there. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw it some love. Check out the channel as well. Wow. Yeah, so season 4 is quite a time away, unfortunately. But you know what? That's more time to build up some anticipation. Only 2 thirst traps. I know. It's too bad. Hold on, let me hide that now. I don't need it anymore for now. I'll leave it there in case we need to count more in the future. Let's go ahead and pull up Here's who we think Bridgerton season 4 will be about. And Luke, you sent a message here. Notes for my Bridgerton notes to read after the video. Then the article. Okay. Spoilers ahead. Already hungry for who will be the season 4 lead couple. The show, Shonda Rhimes, is first for Netflix after she left ABC in 2017. Premiered in December 2020 and has since become one of the streaming service's most watched original. These are our top picks. Wait, what? Here's the rest of that article. What is happening right now? Is it below this? No. That's so weird. The most watched? Wow. Julia Quinn told People magazine, at the season 3 premiere that she does know who it'll be. But I can't say a word, I'll get in so much trouble. Well, okay. That makes sense. You know what's odd? Oh, you know what? It might be hiding it because I have an ad blocker on here. In a not so surprising story, Ben is reportedly at his breaking point over J-Lo. Every photo you see of Ben Affleck is just him like contemplating life in very like sad, somber thing. Ad blocker probably. Dang it. Probably up there with Stranger Things and Umbrella Academy. Would have been high. Yeah. Problem is, I don't want to take off the ad blocker because multiple times ads have like doxed me. That is just not good. So I will not remove it. I gave notes on Benedict, Eloise, Francesca, and their books. Stories could go. If you wanted to look into those 3, let me pull it off. You know what? Let me try this. Boom. Off, and then we'll just leave it off screen. Try reloading and see what happens. Oh my gosh. Yeah, how did they do that? How did an ad blocker remove the entire... All right. Benedict and his courtship with Sophie is our top pick for the focus of season 4. We've been suspicious ever since they skipped over this story from the novels. The first 2 of Quinn's 8 books have been adapted by Netflix, but the show's 3rd season skips the 3rd book, An Offer from a Gentleman, which follows the story. Nothing officially confirmed. All hints point towards Benedict's Sophie because logic. Valentine's Day event had a few things that we took as he is indeed season 4. Showrunner Jess teased, quote, I won't give you anything, but I do think that there's some clues at the end of season 3 where we're headed. So yeah, I leave that for fans to pick apart, but I think we're tipping our hand just a little bit. They skip him a second time, they would be upset. Yeah, I bet. Justice for Benedict is how that section ends. Eloise is our next pick. She'd be so fun to watch because honestly, she's been one of our favorite characters from the jump. In the book, she finds love after her best friend Penelope finds a husband of her own, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, if you skipped Benedict and then skip him again, that seems interesting. Like an interesting choice. Francesca, family's 3rd daughter. As far as Francesca fits into all of season 4, I think she'd be the tertiary subplot with a possible teaser into season 5. One fan speculated. All right, let's read that real quick. Let's see if I can pull this up. Here we go. Notes for my Bridgerton notes to read after the video and then the article. Me and my close friends, this is from Luke. Alex and Ella, shout out. Stayed up and analyzed season 3 one night, including a rewatch and reading some of Pollen's book, romanticizing Mr. Bridgerton till like 5 a.m. Dang, that sounds like a good night, though. Lots of fun. It's always fun to stay up late with friends and whatnot. We wasn't trying to sound negative, but me and Ella are book readers, so we tried to show what the general views of the fans. 2 stories that didn't work in season 3. It was still a great season, so we had some positive notes. Okay. Season 3 final episode had that Benedict and Eloise swing scene. And I mentioned that both would attend the masquerade ball their mother is hosting, which happens in the books in Benedict's and Sophie's story. Well, there you go. There's the hat tip. I don't think it's in question anymore. Small review of Bridgerton Season 3 problems. Francesca and Benedict. Mix of mind, general audience, and some of my friends. Very disappointed with the choice the showrunner has made in regards to casting a gender-bent version of Michael Sterling. For context, at the end of Bridgerton Season 3, we were introduced to Michaela Sterling, a gender-bent version of the original Michael Sterling. Granted, I'm aware that there is a severe lack of representation of the LGBTQIA plus community when it comes to media, especially in period dramas where most of the narrative's romances are centered around straight individuals. I've read When He Was Wicked, and I know for a fact that Francesca's book is considered to be one of the most popular additions to the Bridgerton series. It is widely loved. The Bridgerton and Netflix seems an entirely different level on their own, and that's because the staff behind it changed, excluded, and added so many scenes that were not necessary, defeating its integrity with the original book series. However, the showrunner had defended this by saying that Francesca's story was a good ground to tell a queer story. I would argue that Francesca's story does not only center on her being different from her siblings and the ton, but it also deals with her infertility and second weddings. Ooh, that's a big storyline there. She was not able to bear a child with John Sterling, and after John died, she married Michael Sterling, and she had to deal with the fact that she miscarried her child, who was the one thing she had to hold on to that had something of John. Dang, that's a brutal storyline. Additionally, she felt conflicted being the first Bridgerton to ever remarry, and given that she was really devoted to John, making her seemingly get attracted to Michaela Sterling in their first meeting at the end of Bridgerton Season 3's ending was just so awkward and out of character for her. There's much better opportunities to tell a queer story in Bridgerton, although despite being part of the LGBT community, I do respect the Bridgerton books, and frankly, I would not change anything. I am bisexual, I love queer stories and TV shows and media, and yes, in Bridgerton's universe, it was beautiful in Queen Charlotte with Brimslow, I think that's how you say that, and Reynolds, but it was established in Season 1 that it was improper and unpleasant of sorta in society for same-sex couples to share the light in public. That was stated when Benedict had a talk with Henry Granville, who took a liking to Benedict for their shared passion for art. Oh, Brimsley. Okay, Brimsley. Excuse me. Brimsley and Reynolds. He said he had a lover, but they wouldn't be accepted. Benedict then himself shared a same-sex kiss in Season 3. I'll come to that in another problem with Season 3 and had to hide it from society. In conclusion, no hate to the actors. Hannah Dodd was fantastic as Francesca. Victor Ally was brilliant as John. No hate to Masali. She's a beautiful actress, and her scene in terms of how it was written wasn't bad. Was there chemistry? Yes. Was it the right setting for that story? No. Benedict, in terms of being a sibling, his great bonds with Anthony, Colin, Eloise, as well as sharing a scene that felt amazing, beautiful and fresh with his other siblings like Gregory, Hyacinth, and Francesca was so great. The humor from the other seasons was there. Plus, we got a new Benedict and Eloise swing scene. I do like the concept of those scenes. I think it's fantastic. Kind of paints them in a, kind of really reiterates the fact that they're siblings. And hints of a masquerade ball, which starts off Benedict and Sophie's book hinting at him as the next lead, as we were just talking about. It was so fun. But then comes the problem. Benedict Benedict's threesome with Paul and Lady Tilly Arnold. We saw him have one before, but only small glances in season 1 with Madame Delacroix and the other woman. But it's the fact we saw 3 scenes of the same scene instead of Colin and Penelope and their challenges. I get we showed Benedict's battles with identity, but there was other ways of doing it. Like in season 2, it was well done with his identity. It's why him and Eloise get on so well. Just watch the swing scenes to get my point. Oh, I got the same thing there. Hold on. They literally talk about finding themselves. It didn't fully work because if Benedict is the lead of season 4, yet is still wanting to jump around and explore, then that defeats the whole purpose of his character and story with Sophie. Sure, we had Anthony and Sienna's fling in season 1, but that's because of Anthony's trauma and duty, and rather than doing it because why not? And we saw why plenty of Daphne and Simon still. Also because of that fling, Anthony finally becomes a better version as he learned from it and became a better man who finally found love with Kate in his season 2. In conclusion, I mean, it's self-explanatory. We had 3 seasons of Benedict finding himself. It needs to freshen up. Francesca is a great character with high potential, but the showrunner caused a problem that didn't need to exist. I still love the show, and in 2 years' time, most likely, I'm sure I will love season 4. On a more happy note, we got Anthony and Kate having the best scenes this season, and it's not even their season anymore, and also bring the best, even though they are literally in like 3 scenes. Hyacinth and Gregory being a chaotic duo. Benedict made it a chaotic trio. Wish Colin groveled more, but the Pollen scenes were spicy. Eloise and Penelope making up made me sob, just like Eloise sobbing at the wedding. Francesca debuting both as a character that doesn't have 2 cameos and runs on like before and in Society was great. I fell in love with John. When he dies, my heart will break. Violet being an amazing mother as always. Benedict and Eloise's swing scene. Lady Featherington's redemption. The fact I liked Penelope's mother at the end really summed up how roller coaster this season was. Wow. Yeah, that I get it. I mean, certainly the showrunners are going to, leave their mark, right? That's probably the one thing. What's her name? Shonda? It's probably the one thing Shonda wants to do is to leave her mark on whatever she's doing. Certainly basing it on some source material, but then just kind of taking it and adapting it and all that stuff. I could see where it could be a problem when you go a little too far, or maybe you just take it in such a direction that you start to lose people who are fans of the books. That does happen quite a bit. Or just fans of the universe in regards to, I mean, Star Wars seems to be going through it right now. It's just, gosh, what's a good way to put this? I understand wanting to put your stamp on things and to adapt it into a way that, feels maybe new or fresh, I guess is a way to put it. But you don't want to go so far that you lose some of the original charm, right? A lot of these pieces become popular, whether it's a book or play or whatever, because it has some charm to it that draws an audience, which is actually more organic, I would say, than the adaptation, because the people adapting it didn't come up with it. They're using somebody else's work. And the original work is obviously more original. It really wasn't Shonda, it was the producer of sorts, a new one for season 3. Oh, okay, Jess. She thought she saw herself in Francesca's shoes, but ignored the infertility story that built her story, so her point felt conflicting. Yeah, the infertility story seems really powerful. Like, that needs to be, number 1, talked about, but number 2, I think that would be extremely powerful, because I'm assuming a story like that with that kind of depth and heartbreak and brutality just hasn't been told in this show, I'm guessing. So just focusing on that doesn't have to be the whole time, but moments of it, so you're not overwhelming people, because it would be extremely sad, and deep and dark in places. But I think it definitely needs its own limelight. The author accepts the changes, so I can't argue against that. Well, there you go. Then again, the author probably got a pretty good payday. But I'm respectful to the actors, but I can say why I'm upset. Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming that author was paid off, though. She probably received a pretty good check. Pretty good check. Yeah, that's, I mean, if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. It just is what it is. John and Francesca was great, but their kiss at the wedding felt off. Then that Michaela scene just made it feel underwhelming. Oh, jeez. Well, I can't speak to obviously the feel of the scene because I haven't seen it. But still a solid 7 out of 10. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Appreciate the thoughts. Appreciate the thoughts indeed. Shout out to Alex and Ella for their thoughts as well. I'm sure that was a fun night regardless. Even though you were talking about things that were kind of sad, that you aren't super into in season 3. I'm sure that was still super fun. Oh my gosh. All right. I have got to get going. We made it to the 3-hour mark. I don't think we ever have, by the way. But I need to go. I have not eaten dinner yet, so I'm going to do that and then head to bed. I got so drunk we played a drinking game. Oh my gosh. Drunk bingo with Bridgerton is dangerous. Well, the fact that you're able to write that, did you write that while you were drinking? That's amazing. That's pretty good. What is that Ernest Hemingway quote? Write drunk, edit sober. Oh my gosh. Only 2 typos? Not bad. Not bad. I believe they call that functioning. All right. What's up, Jace? It has been fun indeed. I hope you enjoyed the stream. 5 amazing videos. That was a stack stream. Went a little longer than usual, but it is what it is. The videos were a little longer. We got into some topics. But yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all on Thursday. Don't forget to join the Discord. It is free. It is available. We're in there. We're talking. If you want a channel that maybe you don't see in there, just request it on the Request a Channel, and we'll make it for you. Anything you're into. So join today. Follow the Twitch channel if you're watching live on Twitch, if you haven't already. If you're watching later, the VOD on YouTube, the Todd Reacts YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I appreciate it. We are working our way towards 20,000 subscriptions. Super cool. Welcome aboard. Happy to have you. And if you want to request your own videos, check out toddreacts.com. You can do so. Join the season and series tiers. And don't forget to check out the summer collection of merch available and the accessories. Bunch of new ones there. Already showed off a bunch. So you can check those out. Ships worldwide, and members save 15% on every order automatically. And yeah, I shall see you all on Thursday for another reaction stream. Come on back. Thanks for the links, Jace. I appreciate it. Luke, as well. Thanks for the links and the comments. The drunk thoughts turned out well. And thanks to everybody for joining. I appreciate it. Join live. Jenny, Megan, Slayer Kitty, Rocco Kitty, everybody. If I forgot your name, I apologize. But yeah, I shall see you all on the next one, Thursday. Be here or be on YouTube. I'll post this as soon as I can. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.